In the Bible, in the book of 1 Kings chapter 3, you find an interesting situation where two women have both given birth. Now, as they go to sleep at night, one woman rolls over on top of her baby and suffocates it. As she realizes what she's done, she exchanges the carcass of her dead baby with the living baby of the other woman. Now, in the morning, as this other woman awakens to feed her child, she looks and recognizes, this is not the baby that I gave birth to. This is not the life that I created. And so, accusing the other woman of this crime of swapping these two babies, they stand before the wise King Solomon. Solomon has an interesting proposition or solution to their problem. He says, you bring me the living baby, I will take a sword and divide it in half. Each of you can have half of this baby. Now, one woman who thought, well, if I can't have an alive baby, why should she have an alive baby, jumped at the opportunity for this solution. But the other woman, who had given birth to the baby that was yet alive, cared more about the life of the child than even the ability to raise it. And recognizing this genuine love and great wisdom, Solomon grants the baby to its rightful birth mother. As born or legal citizens of this great nation, you have both a responsibility and an opportunity to love it, to care for it, to nurture it, and to shape it into what it will be in generations to come. And many will give birth to movements, and frankly, it doesn't matter your skin, your creed, or your race. You have every opportunity to create whatever life you so desire within the borders of this great nation. But entitlement, handouts, and participation trophies have rolled over a life and suffocated a generation before it ever even had a chance to prosper. And when a younger generation, or when an entitled generation, sees that the movement they attempted to birth has died, they think that they can swap it out for the life that others have worked to provide for and to care for. And understand that when working citizens, when Christians, and even more so the veterans that we celebrate on this day, recognize what you're attempting to do, they will see that what you're trying to hand them is not the nation that they worked so hard to birth and to nurture and to care for. It just won't work. And ladies and gentlemen, if you can burn a flag that is the very symbol of your ungrateful and sorry generation's right to do that very vile act, then you never cared for that flag to begin with. You never loved that country enough to begin with. If you can burn it whenever you don't get your way, you never loved it to begin with. Ladies and gentlemen, the last two elections did not go as many people had hoped and planned and prayed for. But I'll tell you what you didn't find. You didn't find Christians. You didn't find working citizens. You didn't find people who were being productive in their society out looting the streets and burning and rioting and complaining and whining all over the place. Because the thought of handing our baby, our country, into the hands of someone who we did not think cared for it was easier for us to do, even though it was terrifying. We would rather see someone else raise it than to watch it die by the sword of division. Ladies and gentlemen, Christian, God in His wisdom has handed you your baby back. So what will you do with her now?